A boy in Spanish is un chico, un chico. C-H-I-C-O, un chico. Okay, 2 new words now. Simpático and antipático. And simpático, nothing to do with sympathetic. It means nice or friendly. And antipático, the opposite, unpleasant or nasty. So simpático and antipático. Simpático, antipático. Simpático is spelled S-I-M-P, A with an accent, T-I-C-O. Simpático. Antipático is A-N-T-I-P, A with an accent, T-I-C-O. Simpático, antipático. So if you want to say he's friendly, nice, es simpático. Es simpático. He's nasty, es antipático. Es antipático. If we want to say a nice boy, we have to say a boy nice. We put our describing word afterwards, our adjective afterwards. So a nice boy is un chico simpático. Un chico simpático. What would it be for a nasty, unpleasant boy? Un chico antipático. Un chico antipático. The word for a man is un hombre. Un hombre. Hombre is spelled H-O-M-B-R-E. Un hombre. How do we say a nice man? Un hombre simpático. Un hombre simpático. What about an unpleasant man? Un hombre antipático. Un hombre antipático. How would we say, I don't want to invite him. He's a nasty man. He's an unpleasant man. No quiero invitarle. Es un hombre antipático. No quiero invitarle. Es un hombre antipático. The word for a girl is una chica. Una chica. Una chica. Ending in A because it's feminine. Una chica. And if we want to say a nice girl, we can't say una chica simpático because simpático ending in O is still for a boy. And we need to make the describing word agree. So if it's a girl, then the describing word, the nice, has to be feminine as well. So we say una chica simpática, ending in A. Una chica simpática. How would we say Mary is a nice girl? Or Maria is a nice girl. María es una chica simpática. María es una chica simpática. How would we say, I want to work with Carmen. She's a nice lady or a nice woman. I want to work with Carmen. She's a nice woman. And the word for woman or lady is una mujer. Una mujer. M-U-J-E-R. M-U-J-E-R. Una mujer, a woman. Incidentally, una mujer, a woman, also means a wife. So mi mujer not only means my woman, it means my wife. So the sentence is, I want to work with Carmen. She's a very nice woman. Quiero trabajar con Carmen. Es una mujer muy simpática. Quiero trabajar con Carmen. Es una mujer muy simpática. Okay, what was the word for to have? To have. Tener. Tener. Now if have to have is tener, then shouldn't you have be tenes? T-E-N-E-S, tenes. And it should be in the same way that the O gets stressed out on certain occasions. For example, in recuerdo, vuelvo. So does the letter E. When we emphasize the second from last syllable, and sometimes the pressure on that E is so strong that it forces it to collapse and split into IE. So instead of tenes, we end up with tienes, which we know already is you have or do you have. Or tiene for she or he has, or tienen for they have. So tienes. Too much pressure on the E and it splits into IE. Another similar one is if we want to say you come, it's vienes. Vienes, vienes. Because the verb venir, to come, works in the same way. Venir, it should be venes for you come, but there's so much pressure on that E that it splits into IE and it becomes vienes, vienes. So you come is vienes. So how would you ask the question, do you come here a lot? Do you come here much? ¿Vienes aquí mucho? ¿Vienes aquí mucho? And that can be the equivalent of, do you come here often? ¿Vienes aquí mucho? How would we say, they come here in the summer? They come here in the summer. And the summer is el verano. El verano. V-E-R-A-N-O. El verano. So they come here in the summer. What would that be? Vienen aquí en el verano. Vienen aquí en el verano. How would we say, are you coming tonight? Are you coming tonight? And remember that in English we say, are you coming tonight? We use the ing. But in Spanish, they would just use the present tense for that. So it'd be almost like the equivalent of, you come tonight, for are you coming tonight? ¿Vienes esta noche? ¿Vienes esta noche? You come tonight? Are you coming tonight? ¿Vienes esta noche? The word to think is pensar. Pensar. And that's where we get the word pensive from, the same root, pensive. So pensar, to think. Now you think, should be pensas. Pensas. But the E is stressed. So it splits into I, as before, just like in tienes and vienes. So you think is not pensas, but piensas. That E splits. Piensas. You think or do you think piensas. Using the same pattern, what do you think I think will be? Pienso. Pienso. How would you say, I think that she's nice? I think that she's nice. And that is que, same as the word for what, but without an accent. Q-U-E. Q-U-E. Que. So we want, I think that she's nice. Pienso que es simpática. Pienso que es simpática. What about, I don't know what she's thinking. Or I don't know what she thinks. I don't know what she thinks. No sé lo que piensa. No sé lo que piensa. What would the two-word question be for what do you think? ¿Qué piensas? ¿Qué piensas? And how would we say they never think? They never think. And never is nunca. Nunca. N-U-N-C-A. Nunca. So they never think. Nunca piensan. Nunca piensan. So going back to una chica simpática, or una mujer simpática, the same thing applies to other feminine words, other words where we use una. For example, a black car is un coche negro. Negro, it's masculine. Un coche negro, a black car. But a white house is una casa blanca. Blanca ending in A, because it's got to agree. Una casa blanca, a white house. And in fact, the White House in Washington is called La Casa Blanca. La Casa Blanca. How would we say it's an open invitation? It's an open invitation. So it's an invitation open. And remember, invitation is a feminine word. So una word. And the word you're missing is the word for open. So open is abierto. Abierto. A-B-I-E-R-T-O. A-B-I-E-R-T-O. So it's an open invitation would be es una invitación abierta. Es una invitación abierta. What would it be for I want a fast car? I want a fast car. And the word for car is coche. And the word for fast is rápido. Rápido. R-A with an accent, P-I-D-O. So I want a fast car is quiero un coche rápido. Quiero un coche rápido. how would you say, is there a fast train to Madrid? Is there a fast train to Madrid? And a train is un tren. Un tren. T-R-E-N. Un tren. So is there a fast train to Madrid would be ¿Hay un tren rápido a Madrid? ¿Hay un tren rápido a Madrid?